now we'll do it on the other side. Fingertips down on the floor. Take your right foot out to the back of the mat and over to the right. Let your heel come down. Coming up, pressing onto the inside, so you're up on your back toes, energizing your back leg. And then you'll prepare your left foot to come, bearing the weight, staring at something down, so your neck is neutral, right down at the floor below you. Pressing into an imaginary floor behind you, pressing into the real floor underneath you. Breathing. Do whatever works well for you with your arms, including bringing them down onto blocks or something to help you take some weight out of your leg. Trying to make your breath help things. Make the expression on your face help things. Maybe a smile rather than a grip. And when you're ready to come out, bend your left leg, reach your right toes back again, circling your hands around. This time we'll go back to downward dog. Reaching your hips high. And then bringing your knees to the mat. Pausing here for a moment. And let's get a little bit into the core, both your front. Most people think of the core as your abs, but your back and your sides are also your core. So let's work all the way around. Taking your right arm up, left leg back, reaching long. This can be your point you return to again and again, or you can come a little higher if you want to work your back muscles a little bit more. So on your exhale, you'll be rounding in, concentrating on the work in your core, taking it slow and steady, really working it, reaching out to the horizontal position or coming a little higher as you breathe in, and then rounding as you empty out. So move like a little meditation, filling up as you pull out, emptying out as you pull in, breathing in, breathing out. Be mindful of how your front body is working to pull you in, how your back body is working to lengthen you out. And this next time, you'll either stay at your return point, or you'll come around to a half bow. If you can grab your hand or your hand onto your foot, that's great. If not, not a problem. Opening your front, letting go, and all four back onto the floor again. Now let's try it on the other side. So left arm rising, right leg lifting, reaching away from each other, and whenever you're emptying out, pulling in. And then as you lengthen, fill up. Either horizontal or above it, moving back and forth. Let your breath be the thing that leads you. Feel your back lifting your arm and leg. And then feel pulling them in, your front body working. Next time you can stay out long, take a half bow. Opening. Release that, all four to the floor again. Tuck your toes, lift your hips high. So move your left foot toward your right foot in the back of the mat and let your right leg lift high, like a dog. Come up onto your toes, settling down, little work with your calf muscle, lifting it tall and getting a nice stretch. You can also be stretching your hamstring by lifting your upper leg high. Couple more times. Lifting up onto your left toes. And stay low, getting a good stretch in your calf. Bend your knee a little bit to stretch different parts of your calf muscle. And then bring your right foot down. Switch sides so the left leg is lifting up high now. Slowly stretching your hamstrings, lifting your left leg, and then strengthening your right calf, stretching it out as you roll. Lifting as you breathe in, dropping down when you're breathing out. Of course, you're noticing the challenge in your arms as well, most likely. too much, you're coming out. At some point, you put your heel down and enjoy the stretch, and then allow your knee to bend a little bit to stretch the lower calf muscles. And then let your left leg come down. Stretch both calf muscles at the same time. If your arms are getting tired or your wrists are feeling anything, you can come down to dolphin pose with your forearms on the floor, parallel-ish to each other. And take your feet into a duck-footed position. So you're stretching the outer calves a little bit. You don't have to be down on your arms. It's a little bit awkward for me anyway. So if you're fine staying up here, you can do that. Lift your inner ankles away from each other, creating a nice arch. And a big stretch in your outer calf, outer ankle. And then switching to pigeon-toed, getting a stretch on your inner ankle. You might need to do this 1 foot at a time, shifting your weight from one foot to the other. And then bringing your feet parallel to each other. And walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Now, we're going to stretch our wrists because that was a lot. If you have hamstrings that are on the tighter side, just bend your knees a lot to try to make this happen. You're going to try to get your entire hand under your foot. So lift up onto one heel, slide your hand all the way up so your toes get into your wrist crease, and then the other hand as well. If you have more open hamstrings, you can go to straight legs, but no worries, that's not the focus of what we're doing here now. It's more to stretch your outer wrist. So you're pressing your toes down into the base of your hand, lifting your arms up. Your hands have been supporting you a lot today, so give them a nice little massage with your feet. If this doesn't feel good, then don't do it. But I think it feels great. Moving weight a little bit from one foot to the other here as well. And if you are stretching your hamstrings, you'll notice it's a deeper stretch because your foot is a little more flexed than it normally is with the toes lifted like this. So don't be alarmed if you aren't able to reach down as far as you might normally, or straighten your legs as much as you might normally. So now slide your hands out and under. Give your hands a little shake. Bring your feet right next to each other. Hopefully your legs have had a little bit of a break now and you're ready for a little more on your legs. You're going to take chair pose. So taking a seat, moving your weight into your heels now. And your arms, if you need the challenge, can be up high. You can take your arms out in front, letting your shoulder blades slide down your back. If you do let your arms come out in front, I find it a little easier to sit more into my heels because I've got a little counterweight here. So you can balance that with the extra work of taking your arms overhead. Do what you want. So a few breaths here. Save yourself. Don't go so low because we're going to take a twist to either side. So don't kill yourself here. We're going to twist toward the left knee, so coming with your right shoulder coming forward, maybe your right elbow coming on the outside of your left knee. If you want to, you can press your upper hand into your lower hand if your hands are in prayer. And now what I'd like you to do is use your core muscles as much as you can first to do the twist, and then you can add on the work in your arms to do it. So feel your core muscles taking your left hip toward the floor, and your left shoulder toward the ceiling. Maybe your gaze also goes up toward your left shoulder. Remember to keep the weight back into your heels if you can. Thanking your legs for the work they're doing. And if you're up for it, you're going to keep the chair pose as you transition to the other side. If you need a little break, just take a forward fold as you go over. So you can do forward fold, staying in chair. Now we're going over toward the right side, left shoulder coming forward. Maybe the elbow comes around, maybe the gaze goes up. Working with your core muscles first, and then your arms help out. Weight into your heels. Challenge for strength overall now would be a crow pose. You've got to have the arm strength to support your body. You've got to have the core strength to more little compact unit. So let's give it a try. Hopefully your wrists feel okay. You're going to bring your hands down to the floor, feet toward each other, knees wide, and try to get your knees as high up onto the backs of your upper arms as you can. Here's where the core work comes in. You're pressing your arms and your legs into each other, cementing them together. Look way out in front of you. Do not look back at your feet. Breathe here. And you can stay like this, or start to move your weight from your feet into your hands. If the weight comes out of your feet, you pick up your feet. Otherwise, you keep them down. Stay for as long as it works for you. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Again, a smile on your face might be a useful thing rather than a grimace. Keep your breath flowing. If you come out of it already, that's totally fine. But if you're still got the balance, working on the strength here. You can even try little push-ups here, bending your arms and straightening them. Tiny little micro movements if you've got the balance there. And if you haven't come out already, now's the time. And have a seat. All right. One more time, a little stretch in the hands. You're going to do the same thing with both hands. Coming forward, have your knees bent as much as you're able to. Place the backs of your hands on the ground, and then just lift up. So it's kind of what we just did, except without standing on your feet. Same idea. So feel your heart beating. Knowing that just on this tiny little rectangle, you can really do a lot for your body. You get some good cardio, a lot of good strength as we're demonstrating. I was very proud of myself that just really from doing yoga and walking my dogs, I was able to jump on a bike the other day and ride 27 miles. So yoga can really give you some good useful muscles for other activities. So let's shake the wrists out now. And we'll do a tiny bit of core work. So we can start in the classic boat pose. Here we are near the water. So your boat pose can take many forms, but all of them are going to have a nice open chest, hopefully. But you can have your hands down, you can have your toes down, you can have your feet up and your arms up, you can have your legs straight and your arms overhead, however you want it to be. Boy, for me right now, taking my legs straight like that, that's a lot of work on my quads. So I'm going to stay here. Open chest, space between your chin and your chest, breathing. So you can stay just like this, or if you want a little work on the obliques again, you can take both arms over to the right. Again, slow and steady, moving the core as much as you can. Not thinking about, oh, I just want to wing my arms over somewhere. Thinking about turning here. The arms are just a manifestation of that. So coming to the middle, breathe again, turning your torso. You can put your toes down on the mat if you'd like to. Breathing in, exhaling, filling up, emptying out. And then coming back to the center. Hold behind your knees, just pull in a little bit. And then rolling down onto your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest, let your head relax back on the floor. Let your right leg reach out long, and then your left leg reach up toward the ceiling. At some point you'll lower your left leg out to meet the right, and then bring your right leg tall. Your hands can be by your side, palms facing down. Lowering your right leg down to meet the left, lifting your left leg high. Just go at your own pace, again, slow and steady. Now keep your left leg lifted and bring your right leg up to meet it. And feel your low back pressing into the floor. Now I'm aware that some people who have tighter hamstrings, your legs will be more out here and it's much more of a challenge for you. So just keep that in mind. You're just going to keep your legs lifted, pressing your low back into the floor. Now you can just stay like this and just working still, or you can try pressing and lifting your legs off the ground a little bit. You can again have your hands into the floor next to you. So just tiny little movement. Tiny little movement, but huge work in your low belly. Make sure you're exhaling as you do it. So take a breath in, exhale, lift, breathe in, lift. Your legs might not move at all. You're just feeling your low back pressing into the floor. And then the last thing is, again, getting into the sides of your torso a little bit. You're going to lift up and pivot so that your legs are kind of at a 45-degree angle. And then let your legs go straight down, so staying within the borders of your mat as you lower them. And then lift them back up again. So again, you'll feel your low belly working on the sides a little bit. And then lift up and pivot so your legs are, so your right leg is closer to you, your left leg further away. And then lower them both down evenly, staying in line with your torso. Lifting up. Pivoting around again. Lowering. Staying within the edges of your mat. As if you're in a hallway, skinny hallway. Lifting up. Lowering. I'm going to try one more each side. Make sure you're using your breath to help you. So breathe in, exhaling as you lower. Inhaling to lift. Last one. Breathe in, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift you up. And then just bringing your legs so they're regular, parallel to each other, or regular facing you. And then bring your knees into your chest. Give a squeeze. Round. Lifting your forehead up. You want to get a little stretch in your whole back. So we did a lot of stuff on our quads. I'm going to offer one way to stretch out your quad lying on your back. If this doesn't work for you, you can come up onto your elbows and then onto your hands to do this. So you might try starting on your hands. You're going to roll over a bit onto your right side and stretch the left quad first. Try to reach your leg around behind. Try to keep your heel in somewhat close toward your bottom and your knees somewhat near each other. And maybe this is enough for you, or you can come back onto your elbow. Maybe you can lie down on your back. If you're going to lie down on your back, watch for 1 second before you do that. I'm going to offer a way to do a really deep stretch if it's appropriate for you, which is when you're on your back or even up here, you can take your other foot and use it as a little weight for your knee, because the knee tends to pop up, but a way to keep it anchored down and use with a little weight on it like that. Now again, only if you need that extra stretch. Do not do it. You don't want anyone tearing anything. Okay, so lie down on your back. Maybe. If you feel you would benefit from a little weight on your knee, you can try that. So whether you're up on your hands, elbows, on your back, whatever, just take a few breaths here. Allowing those fibers that you work so hard to open out. And then come out of whatever you're in. Both legs out. Shake them out. Try the other side. Do whatever you're going to do here. You're up on your hands, or you're down on your elbows, or on your back, or you're on your back with the assist from your left foot on your right knee. And we're all getting the assist from our breathing. Big, huge inhalations. Long, slow exhalations through your nose. Envisioning your muscles lengthening, relaxing. Coming out of whatever you were in. And then everyone's going to lie on your back, which should be accessible because now your legs are just out long in front of you. So bending both legs, leave your left leg on the floor, and reach your right leg up. Grab onto it wherever you can so you feel a stretch in the back of your right leg. Some people, again, will be not at a perpendicular to the floor. Others, you can bring your leg quite close. If you're comfortable with your leg wherever it is, you can try straightening your left leg out. Maybe try flexing your right foot strongly, replicating that effect of standing on your hands, bringing your toes a little closer to your shin. the right foot goes to the floor, left leg wherever it's going to be, right leg however it's going to be, bent or straight. This is all about just opening up your left hamstring now. It doesn't matter what it looks like, just that it feels like a good stretch for you. Outer hip stretch and then a relaxation. So bringing your right ankle up and over, taking your left foot off the floor and hold on behind your left thigh. With your right foot flexed, your left foot can do whatever it wants. Feeling the stretch in your outer right hip. Feeling your breath slowing down, calming effect of the hip opener. And switching sides. Right ankle over, holding behind your right, or left ankle over, sorry, holding behind your right thigh. So we've worked hard today, and now's the payoff. Shavasana. So make any adjustments you need, put anything under you, or over you, or over your eyes that you would like. It's going to make it easier to relax. Settle in on whatever and under whatever you're using. And then one of these exhales, just feel like as you let your breath out, you just sink down and surrender. Make it easier to do after today's practice because it was more of a work in your muscles. On its wheel and slow the trot and maybe so slow that it can actually come off that hamstring and find a little bit of stillness. Like me, feeling a little ant crawling on your arm. And just be with that sensation. Connect and move your body in this moment. You'll be staying for as long as you have time.